Good evening, YTPC. How is everybody? Your roving time traveller has converted to his natural look, rather shabby. But today is an important day, Monday the 19th. I am inside the TARDIS. Well, actually, it's the Shed of Serenity now. And everything you see around me is a hologram, rather like in the holodeck of the Starship Enterprise. It's very convincing, don't you think? I mean, you would really think this is a garden shed, you know? Apart from one or two little amenities of comfort that I've acquired especially. This is actually the first test flight of the Shed of Serenity. It doesn't go anywhere, but it's just, I'm testing it out to see how's the best position to sit, where I should put my tripod for the iPad. Does everything work? I have power. If you have power, you've got half of it solved. Got a little bit of Johann Sebastian Bach, because it's the Shed of Serenity. I can become serene here. Smoking my handmade Dr. Greybow, or whatever they call that one, which is actually sort of definitely more made by a person than a machine, and it's got the largest bowl of most Greybows, which is why I got it. I do love to smoke this pipe, 6mm, but it always smokes well, you know. And in it, I've worked out how to smoke Pucci's blend from Milan Tobacco. Buy it in bulk, and it's described as very, very sweet. So, Kitty Mac Spoon, maybe this is one for you. But you get it very wet, and it's difficult to dry out. You actually can leave this overnight or a couple of days open before it starts to dry, and then it becomes much more controllable. I found it kind of tricky straight out of the bag with its moisture level, and some irritation in my mouth as well, which I didn't really understand, but I've noticed that with some strong aromatics, that if you dry them out to the right level, a lot of these various problems disappear, and also the flavour gets much stronger. It burns very well, even if it's wet, but the maple and vanilla come much better through when you've dried it. You know, it was on my hygrometer, it was well over 100%. You know, it was, now it's about 70. On the slightly drier side of the black zone, 70 to 80. I think that's where it needs to be. Very pleasant. I love Milan Tobacco as a tobacconist for everything they do. Their painted cobs, their excellent choice of well-priced pipes, and also their match blends of the Middleton selection, for example, are the best there is, and then some of their own fantastic blends. The sugar barrel match is very good. You have to rub it out a bit when you get it, because some of the chunky bits, they need to be spread out, but it really is good after that. Pucci's blend is black Cavendish, quite a lot of it, maybe even the major component, Burley and Virginia. They talk of Green River tobaccos, that's usually giving a vanilla flavour naturally, maple and vanilla flavour, coarse cut, yeah, there are pretty big chunks of different things there. Very sweet, and the taste is, most people describe this as toasted marshmallow. It's not far off. Somewhere between a maple pancake syrup experience and maybe a marshmallow, something like that. It's definitely very sweet. I haven't really smoked enough to compare it. Somebody said in tobacco reviews it's a bit like Captain Black Royal, and from the description of Captain Black Royal, yeah, I could see that. So maybe those who like Captain Black Royal will like this, I don't know. But moisture is important with this one, and varies according to tobacco, but this one, but I think it's good that they actually deliver it to us moist, because I think it allows it to be packed and wrapped better, and even conserves it, and surely makes sure it won't dry out before it gets to you, dry out too far, although this one would be pretty hard to dry out too far. This is nice, isn't it, having a shed, you know. I was watching Ishiban Piper in his metal shed, and then Mike Rondeau in his beautiful wooden shed, and all of you guys in your garages and things like that. I've got to have another place apart from my cellar, you know. Get too many complaints, my wife, that, you know, she doesn't like the morning aroma when she's going to get some things on the shelves of jams or whatever, and flour, and so I needed an alternative. And my balcony, as nice as it is and close to the house as it is, if it's windy and in the black of winter it is very cold, I have to wear gloves and everything, I thought, must have another solution. This is it. Well, I'm not being a very good host, am I? I should give you a little show around here. Now, of course, the back wall, which is that, which looks amazingly like a garden shed would have, with, you know, weed killers and a wheelbarrow. You know, I tried to make it as authentic as possible. Some sort of, you know, venticulator. I'll probably change the program and put a lawnmower in it as well. That back wall is the real door to the real TARDIS, of course. It's just a holodeck hologram, you know, but you can touch everything. It looks real, sounds real, just like in the Star Trek holodeck. And if the men in black come around wondering how I solved time travel, then this is all they'll see. Fantastic. Oh, I'm loving this. If I moved back to the States, I would go to Virginia. I love the state anyway. Roanoke, because Milan Tobacco is there, you know. And Onion is doing that, so must be onto a good thing, you know. I actually put an old lamp in that my wife wanted to throw this old lamp away. Bought this in America, you know, in New Jersey all those years ago, and she just got fed up of it. I've actually got it in here now. It's got this little variable I can dim it, you know, or brighten it. Got some little candles in an old tobacco dish here for a bit more atmosphere. You just have to, when you check out of this hotel here, you've got to make sure your power is off and everything's out, otherwise it'll go up in flame. Well, what am I... oh, by the way, my lighter is befitting with a garden shed, a green cricket lighter. Just slowly working out what I need here. I've just got this aluminium nail that I got as a free gift from something or other that I bought once. But of course I'll have a better tamper in the future, but just for now. One of my chocolate tins with a cork in it, of course. The music this evening is from my orchestra, which is a Pringle potato chip free gift. I think I told you about that one. Actually surprisingly good sound quality for such a piece of plastic crap, you know. Pipe stand was one given by Buttons and Bridges with the tampers he sent. Very practical, very portable, very lightweight, very put it in your pocket and go, and just perches nicely on those. I've even got room for another chair here to stretch my legs out. I tell you guys, if you haven't got a garden shed, you know, or even a mini garden shed, you know, this was 2 meters by 2 meters roughly, inside at least. What to drink? Well, I'm celebrating, of course, with this inaugural session here of pipe smoking in the shed. So, what have I got? It's not Halloween, but we're getting close to it. The Devil's Cut Jim Beam. Actually, I like this one very much. It's not expensive at all, just a little bit more than regular Jim Beam, and it's got a very smooth, nice taste. 90 proof, so 45% alcohol. You know, it doesn't need any water, but it's not barrel proof so strong that it kills your taste buds and you can't really know what you're drinking after about 3 glasses. And my glass, I've actually forgot, I've got a shot glass collection, and I don't know if you can recognize this. Where does it say at? Well, this is the University of Albany, New York State, and that's actually my MBA where I did it. So I got one of their, got various things from them, you know, mugs and t-shirts, and I filled it up to the graduate line, as I'm a graduate of that illustrious college. Not one of the famous ones, of course, but you know, New York State, I think they do a good job of unifying standards, and I like my time there very much. The professors and a lot of the students, I basically did it in 2-week stints and went over from Switzerland to do it there, and with a Swiss institution I did some over here, but it was a very good executive MBA program. Much enjoyed it. So, ladies and gentlemen, to your health. That hit the spot. I do love a good bourbon, I must say. Right now I feel like I've got an empire here, you know, sitting in my little 2x2 quadrat meter shed. Even the acoustics are not so bad. You may be wondering what that cat is up here. It's actually a toilet brush holder. But I'm going to put some earth in it because my wife got fed up of it and got a new one. So rather than throw it out, it's porcelain anyway. I'm going to put earth in it and put some plants in it, you know, at the back, and look glorious, you know. I don't like to throw things away, I don't. I had to, good, we had a lot of old crap pots and stuff, and you know, with clearing out the garage you really realise all the stuff that's been hiding in the corners, and you think, God, why did I ever keep that? But it's still not easy. Sometimes I think, you know, you never know, I might need that one day. We'd like to thank everyone for their lovely responses to my 2-part TARDIS adventure. It was great fun. And all those coincidences, they were true. If you look it up from everyone I mentioned. Was it a dream, or did it all really happen? I don't know myself. I've just learned, you know, if you have a problem with the tobacco, jar it up, think about it a bit, and experiment. And once you get it right, you think it's not even the same stuff. It's so much better, so good, you know. Makes me think that almost any tobacco that you think, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, if you approach it in the right way, treat it in the right way, you know, for the right occasion, everything, suddenly you'll like it, you know. A shout out to Old Hollywood Briar, mate. Thank you very much. He gave us a great tip of someone who's divesting a huge amount of great tobacco. You should have a look at that video. I say that because I've already emailed the chap to try and see if he's got anything left that I could get. If he'll ship it to me in Switzerland, of course I'll pay everything to get it over. But he had the finest of the fine in that video. Old Hollywood Briar, thank you so much. Well, that's it, I think, for this time, not to ramble on aimlessly. Right. Well, thanks for looking in, everyone. Always appreciate the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, why not maybe subscribe? You all take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you in just a few days with another video. Cheers. Bye-bye.